You mean to tell me a man worth over $400 billion is going to decide what happens with my grandma's Social Security check?
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing. And yet, Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
When we open up the Senate every single morning, we don't pledge allegiance to the billionaires. We don't pledge allegiance to Elon Musk. We don't pledge allegiance to the creepy 22-year-olds working for Elon Musk. We pledge allegiance to the United States of America. And so I want to make sure that my mother gets her Social Security check, not because she pledges allegiance to Elon, but because she pledges allegiance to the United States of America.
This is the most corrupt bargain we've ever seen in American history. Elon Musk gives $250 million to elect Donald Trump. And Donald Trump turns over the keys to the United States government to Elon Musk and his billionaire friends and his cronies. Are we going to let that stand? Hell no, we're not going to let that stand.
We know who we work for. We know that we work for the American people. And what we're not going to do is stand around while they pull this bullshit that they're trying to pull right now. We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your ass. And we are going to make sure, you understand what democracy looks like. And this ain't it.
You mean the
world without saying a word. The person who is helping him do that stood over Donald Trump in the White House today, thereby delivering a picture of presidential subservience, the likes of which we have never seen. The most powerless image of a president of the United States ever created by a camera. There it is. In that shot, Elon Musk is doing everything he possibly can to tell the world, without saying a word, that Donald Trump is not the boss of me. Donald Trump is the boss of the other adults in that shot, Stephen Miller and Will Scharf, and that's why they are following Donald Trump's lead on the dress code for the Oval Office, which is the same dress code that has existed for every previous president. The child was there as a power play by Elon Musk, demonstrating he can do whatever he wants in that room. When Donald Trump is your boss, you don't bring your kid into a business meeting with Donald Trump. And when Donald Trump is your boss, you don't talk more than Donald Trump in a business meeting with Donald Trump. Elon Musk spoke 3,666 words. Donald Trump spoke 2,487 words. Mike Pence never had a day like that in the Oval Office with Donald Trump. J.D. Vance will never have a day like that in the Oval Office with Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is the boss of J.D. Vance. When the president speaks in the Oval Office, no one else does. Except today. Elon Musk interrupted Donald Trump when Donald Trump was speaking, and Elon Musk's 4-year-old child spoke while Donald Trump was speaking. And nothing could demonstrate the power of Elon Musk more than his child speaking while Donald Trump was speaking.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor, glory, and praise and worship to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honor to our apostle, elder bishops, a great millstone, who rule well, teach well in sound doctrine, and strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children that the Lord have mercy on in these last days, these perilous days that we're currently living in. All right, it's your brother HAQADASH, representing the Gym Match branch here in Cleveland. Lord willing to bring out an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. And as you can see on the screen, who's really the president, huh? Who's really in charge, right? Yeah, man. As you saw on the video that I had compilated, right? There was a lot that was said in these videos, you know. And he mentioned Elon's son right here. I got a video. I'm not going to play it, but what he actually said on the video, he was talking to Donald Trump, He looked at Adam. See that? And what he said on the video was, well, what he actually said is, I got a clip of that, but what he actually said was, shut the F up. You're not the president. That's what he said, you know. So, you know, hey, it's yet to be said, but you know, this guy right here, he was making a lot of points pertaining to Elon's dress code, his dominance. All right, and his dominance that he had while implementing himself. All right, in this gathering that him and Trump had. All right, while they was being interviewed, and you see the other guys next to him right here in suits and ties, and they, like he said, those guys are being ran by Trump, not Elon. Okay. I don't know who the richest between the two is, but you know, in this world, the more money you have, the more powerful you are. Okay, so, but also in this first video, what's interesting is that these politicians in this video, let me look up this term. What is politically correct? Politically correct is an adjective that means being careful not to offend or exclude people based on their race, gender, disability, or sexual orientation. So it can also refer to conforming to liberal opinions on these issues. Let's see. It says the term politically correct can be used in a disparaging way. I believe I said that way, right? To imply that someone is dogmatic, excessively sensitive, or avoiding offensive language. Right. So that's kind of what I was alluding to with here. These individuals on here, they weren't coming politically correct. Okay. They wasn't coming with soft words and, you know, having respect for the president, having respect for the individual. No, these people were saying they talked with passion. Okay, these individuals spoke with passion. Okay, look at his face. Right, look at his face. You heard her voice. Look.
Is going to decide what happens with my grandma's Social Security check.
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing. And yet, Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
You see that? That's passion in her voice. Her voice was cracking. This guy talking about hell. He like hell yeah. You know, they using like so-called profanity. You know, so they're not coming politically correct. They're coming in a state of passion. Let me look up this word passion in the Etam online. Let's see what they give us. Passion. Let's see. Matter of fact, I guess we could use this. It says suffering. It mentions suffering because it mentions Hamashiach when he was on the cross. That's why the movie with Mel Gibson was called Passion of the Christ. To endure and endurance. It says the state of being affected or acted upon by something external. an ailment. It says intense or vehement emotion or desire, right? An intense, vehement, which vehement goes into showing great force or energy or being highly emotional. That's what I was alluding to through the spirit and power of YAHWASHI. These people are talking with great vehemency, emotion or desire. It says feeling, emotion, zeal, right? Rage, anger. Okay? So these people are talking with a lot of passion. Okay? And they're not talking as nice guys. They're talking, this guy turning red, vain. He look at his face. He's the typical Edomite that's fed up with his fellow Edomites. These are senators. Look at this, Senator blah blah blah, and then Senator Chris Murphy, and then Senator Elizabeth. These are politicians, man. Representative Maxwell Frost. What's the chick name? Senator Chris Van Hollen, and what's the last chick? Representative Jasmine. These are like politicians, man. These are individuals who's in the game but not in the game, And they're saying who elected Elon, man. Who put this guy? Look at her face. She said, we're here to fight back. Okay, and let me get that. Okay. Because YAHWASHI, they accuse YAHWASHI of having a spirit of Beelzebub. But YAHWASHI made a statement that it would be impossible for him to be doing the works of Satan and casting out Satan. How could he flourish? How could his house stand? You know what I'm saying? This was what YAHWASHI, our beloved Savior and brother and spiritual, our Father, and YAHWASHI, the anointed, man. This is what he was talking about. This is Matthew 12 and 25. And YAHWASHI knew their thoughts and said unto them, talking to the wicked scribes and Pharisees, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? See? So, and that's what you see. Look at her face. You see one Satanist to another Satanist, you see, fighting against each other, which is causing division amongst his family, man. Amongst the ones you would consider in high power, it's causing division. And what did she say? What's her results? We're here to fight back. I bet if you told this lady 12, 15 years ago, maybe 10, maybe I'm going to say 12, 15 because you had Obama in office, I guarantee you when this lady was about 20 years old, if you would told her she would be here talking like this on stage about her president, I guarantee she would deny it. I guarantee it, she would deny it. She says we're here to fight back. Why would somebody look? She listen. These people are mad, man. These people are sick, in the mind, physically, spiritually, and they're just through. They're through. They don't have no more fight. So what you see is she said we're here to fight back. That's prophecy. We're getting ready to witness prophecy at a massive rate come to pass, because prophecy's been coming to pass. This is Second Ezra's 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahawah, BAHASHAM, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and they are true. So the things that we talk about are coming to pass. Why? Because they're faithful and they're true. The fact that she's speaking like this, she's not speaking out from a script. She's speaking, even if she was speaking from a script, it doesn't matter. It's going to fulfill prophecy. She's speaking from a certain dynamic, man, that's aimed strictly at the government, man. Down to 5, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and her hurtful works are fulfilled. And that's why you see which was going on. These the hurtful works are fulfilled, man. The affliction of Zion is fulfilled, man. All right. The Lord is turning the tides. He's turning things around. The curse is going back on our enemy, like the scripture say in Deuteronomy. Right. The troubles is falling upon our enemies. And now it's a big deal because the so-called middle class Edomite is feeling the effect of the poverty, because she's no longer considered from the break line of poverty. He or she can no longer live comfortable like they once were, but they are now aligned with the poverty, the ones in poverty, man, which are you Israelites. All right, and you got some of his own people, Edomites and other nations too, whether they be Israel or not, because that's what the devil do. He's greedy. He's willing to kill off his own people and stripping them of everything just to feed the top echelon of his crew. You know, when you jump down, 2 Esdras 15 and 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right, so when you go into this word sedition, let's see what it gives us. Right, this is sedition. It says rebellion, uprising, revolt, factitious commotion in the state. And this is what you see right here. This is commotion within the state. Okay, that's what you see. Commotion within the state. Concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority, violent strife between factions, civil or religious disorder, a riot, rebelliousness against authority. Because why? They're saying the government is corrupt. A going apart, separation. Okay? Civil disorder, strife, rebellion, mutiny, decision. Okay? Conduct or language inciting to rebellion against a lawful government. That's what she just said. She said we're here to fight back. That's what all of them are saying. She just said the words. Okay? So, damn, I forgot the precept. It talks about, let me see. Bear with me, let me get this precept. And I think it's in Isaiah. Let me see. Bear with me. Let me get this proverb. Not this proverb, but the scripture. In Isaiah. I don't know why it's taking so long to come up. Okay, so this is Isaiah, Salakia. Let's go straight to the point. This is Isaiah 14 and 4. That it says, I'm going to start at 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord YAHAWASHI shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. This is talking about in the kingdom. When you start at verse 1, you can understand this. And from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. And we're in captivity under these Edomites, the ones you see the beings displayed on the screen. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor seized the golden city seized? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger and is persecuted, and none hindereth. What's the results? The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So when this man is taken out of the way, it's going to bring peace into the earth. And he's smiting the people with continual madness. He's smiting the people with a continual stroke. He's not letting up. Okay, he's not letting up. You know, he's not letting up. A continual stroke, no mercy. So I brought this out because this is the proverb we're taking against the king of Babylon. Elon and Trump, they are considered kings, or Trump, whoever. The point of this is who's really the king of Babylon, you know? Because so far we're seeing dominance by Elon Musk. Okay, and he's definitely he's definitely one of the key players in all of this, because he's spearheading the Neuralink. He's spearheading the certain departments that have to deal with the next phase in this new world. He's one of the major players in this movie, and they show you that in the Avenger movie. They actually even had Elon Musk in one of those movies. With Tony Stark is supposed to be a representation, all right, of Elon. Okay, he was the smart tech guy, and what he do, he saved the world. You know, he came with his technology, and his technology is how he saved the world. That's Elon Musk. Elon Musk talking about the God, the new God, the digital God, and talking about the new supercomputer that's being built in Memphis of America, right? Because Memphis is named after Egypt, all right? It's in the scriptures. Right, it's one of the cities, I believe, if not the capital, and that I believe that's right. I could be wrong, but it was a major city in Egypt, and he's talking about it's gonna come the new god out of Egypt. So, and he wore the Baphomet costume to the Met Gala, and you know these guys are Satanists, man. These guys are dark wizards, man, that practice these things in the dark and in secrecy and in the open, man. You know. So this is the king of Babylon. This is the king of Babylon, and but who has the most dominance, man? What's going on here? Like Apostle Star said, what's really going on here, man? You know, what's really going on is this devil being exposed at all levels, man, to the point he can't even hide it. You know. To the point, the more greedy they are, the more they step on each other's toes. You see the hand symbols. You see the facial expressions. The colorry that they wearing. And so forth, man. You know. You think this little kid talking from just randomness? No, he's talking from experience. And things that he saw and things that he heard. He told Trump to his face in front of everybody that he wasn't the president. He told him to his face to shut the F up. Because he probably heard his dad say that to him. He probably saw his dad tell him to his face. That's why that's why he's reenacting what his father has done. You know? So I just wanted to bring this out, you know, through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. And tell you, just to show you this whole dynamic of this shit show that they got going on here, man. You know, and they're about to come down. They're about to come down with great wrath. This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Right, you never in history saw the real president stand next to the fake president and talk at an expedited at an exceptional race, or at an exceptional deal. I don't know how to put that, but yeah. You know, in Time magazine, a published magazine came out with Elon behind the desk, man. Is he the real president, or is he not? You know, I've heard this, and if I'm not mistaken, I've heard stories about this concept. It's not something new about the president really not being the actual president. Oh, it was a Jake. It was a Jake. Let me see. The first black, they said it was George Washington. Let me see. The first black president he was actually George Washington's what was his name? John Hanson. This guy, he was the first black president of the United States, and he was actually the first president of the United States. But I believe he was George Washington's assistant, if I'm not mistaken. If my memory serves me correctly, he was George Washington's assistant, and they actually deemed George Washington. I believe George Washington was the first. Yeah, George Washington. They deemed him as the first president of the United States, but really it was the guy. Let me see, John Henson. Hold on, John Hanson, first president. It says John Hanson was the first president of the Confederation Congress, which was the governing body of the United States under the Articles of Confederation. However, most historians agree that Hanson was not the first president of the United States in the sense of the office as it is identified in the Constitution. Yeah. Now let me see. Was he George Washington's? Was George Washington assistant? Man, you know, man, they one of these stories is wrong, one of these stories is right. Let me see. Let me just do it like this. Who was, because they saying he wasn't, but who was George Washington Washington assistant? Let's see what comes up. It might not have been John Hanson. Let's see. George Washington's assistant was William Billy Lee, an enslaved man who served as his valet and huntsman during the American Revolution. Lee was a close companion to Washington and was often depicted in paintings with him. Okay. Now let me look up Billy. Let me look up him. Because I noticed, I can't remember the story, but I know it. They said it was something like his assistant was actually the president. It was a picture that he was in and not George Washington. Let's see. You know they're not going to bring up. I can't do it. Let me see on here. Well, that's the devil for you, man. I can't find information that I once read years ago. But I thought it was something like that. But I know George Washington wasn't the first president. Let's just put it like that. It was actually a Jake. All right. It was actually an Israelite. All right. That was made and put up in that stead, but wasn't recorded as document to solidify. Whether it was the John Hanson guy or whether it was this guy, William Billy Lee. So either way. But you had that happen in history. I don't know how many times. But at least when I read it, it was one of those times. And here you have another instance where Trump is the face, but maybe Elon is the true president. Who knows? You know, Time magazine put that issue out for us to wonder. You know, and how he dominated Trump. All right. When he came to speak on behalf of the organization, and then it's on Time magazine, which he he has a short time, so he's going to come down with great wrath. And like, also last point, it said that he's pretty much been Trump talking about he has a good voice, he has a good understanding, this, that, and the third. He pretty much been dictating a lot of different things pertaining to how the future should go, man. He's not against UBD, universal basic income. He's not against the new system. He's not against. He's pushing that. He's been spearheading that since you can remember. So Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise and worship to again YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double to our honors to our apostle, Elder Bishop's great millstone. Peace, citation to the hopeful elect. Till next time. Shalom.